Oh my god, hands. Hands. Hello everyone. Welcome to stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. How are things going with all of you? Twitch? Twitch? Redeems? Redeems? Please, yes, hands! Hands! I clicked the button. Are we doing the thing? Yes, just pat my hand while I try to figure out why this isn't doing the thing. This does count as holding hands. This does count as holding hands. This has never happened before. Why am I doing this one-handed? Oh yes, because I have to hold on to the hands. Okay, this is very silly. This is very silly. In theory, it's in action groups. Yep, it's right there. And if I check here, this is a multi-action. What do you mean mix it up isn't running? Okay, your redeems are going to not work for a minute. Just a second. We're gonna get a big ol' error message. Bear with me, please. There we go. No connection. Yeah, it's saying Mix It Up isn't running, so we're rerunning Mix It Up. Although, for reference, Mix It Up is what we're showing the pets, so it does work. Why is it being this way? So we're restarting that. Load, thank you. Thank you. Oh. It's starting. Okay. Now.
Azzy. Breen Bun just brought 14 friends in.
Hi, Breen! Bear with me a moment. We are having technical difficulties. Let me press this button. There we go. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. For those of you who are just joining from Breen's stream, if you don't know me...
Hedgy.
Oh, bye, Dad. You can't silence me when I'm on webcam. I am Azzy. I am a variety streamer on the internet, and part of that variety is doing entirely webcam-based streams where I look at cool stuff. At least stuff I find cool. If you don't find it cool, that's fine. I'm having fun. Right, we definitely have redeems working properly now. That is excellent. And, sorry, I need my keyboard for a second. I've been waiting for a message for about an hour now. Okay, there we go. How dare you do this to me? Right. Let me address these waves real quick.
My meal was 2 minutes late. I will never forgive you for this transgression.
I know, Miko, I know. Right, I owe a hydrate. I will do that now. Thank you. Hello, Danny. Hello, Dracent. Hello, Joey. Thank you for the link, Joey, that you just sent me. Very, very good. I will look at that in more depth in a bit. After stream, I mean. Hello, Rack. Hello, Unbigo. Hello, Vagra. Hello, Sil. Hello, Breen. Hello, Bal. Hello, Rex. Hello, Washi. Whew, very good. Very good. Right. I'm going to do this stretch, but first I'm providing chat with an option. Bal is going to set up a little poll for me. Last time we looked at the June 2007 issue of the official Nintendo magazine. Thank you, Bal. But today I'm giving you the option. Are we moving on to the July issue? Or are we checking out a different magazine from the same time period, N Revolution? These are our two options. I would love to tell you the exact date, but this is just listed as issue 9. So we have the Rabbids cover feature and the My Sims cover feature. Entirely different magazines. Right, I'm gonna stretch while
Danny
this
sent over 5 bits
runs.
and left the message. My great-grandma was once told that the secret to a long life was to sprinkle a bit of gunpowder on her oatmeal at breakfast.
That sounds bad.
Since she was married to someone who made dynamite for a living, she was able to do this religiously every morning. She lived to be 103 and left behind 14 children, 30 grandchildren, 21 great-grandchildren, and a 40-foot hole where the crematorium used to be.
Jesus Christ. Issue 9 is April 2007? Really? I wonder if I can find it on the inside. Oh, actually, that date's kind of lining up with what I'm immediately seeing. I'm looking for a little cover thing that might confirm that, but... Oh! We're getting a lot of generic 2007s in what I can see right now. Nothing super specific. But if you're... I will believe. I will believe. Vic, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Right. Ooh, we have N Revolution winning pretty handily. I have a... Ow. I have a feeling it's because of the Rabbids, isn't it? You don't want the Rabbids. It's not that you want My Sims. You just don't want the Rabbids. Oh my gosh. After a lot of emotions, your body is begging for rest even though you rested yesterday. Well, I do hope you get the rest you need, Vic. For the record, I have sent the feedback onwards, so that thing is being worked on. Yeah, I don't think there is any chance of official Nintendo magazine making it, so I was gonna throw it behind me, like, as a bit, but I'm gonna go place this gingerly on the rest of the pile. These are very old. They would fall apart. Okay. Looks like we will be looking at issue 9 of N Revolution. So, of course, unlike the official magazine, this one is independent. So they will actually get to say some stuff a little more honestly. Just a little bit. I imagine if they slate anything too hard, they might struggle to get review copies and such. But yeah. And yeah, this was back in the day when Rabbids were new, Vic. So, like, Rayman was still involved. But I think Rabbids were still at their most annoying back then. I think they might have eased up a little bit in more recent years. But still. Right. Let's open this up. And just like...
Who TF is Rayman?
Yeah, no one knows. Not even in Smash. Why even bother? Once again, we have an advertisement for Final Fantasy III on the DS. We had this last time, so we really don't need to spend that much time on it. Although, since we're bringing up Rayman and Smash, anyone else around for the Rayman in Smash 4 leak? The one that basically everyone thought was true because it was so well done. Hi, Delta, how you doing? The artsy Omni Rayman leak was very, very impressive. Definitely reminded people that high-quality fakes can exist. Right, let's move on from this. And our second ad is a Naruto DVD? What? With an exclusive limited edition keychain? Believe it. Good. That is... 13 episodes across 3 discs. And they're having a launch party at the Virgin Megastore on Oxford Street, London, and at the Virgin Megastore in Manchester Arndale Centre. Wow. Oh, it's on the 21st of May. We missed it. Oh, right, Delta? There are other Final Fantasies. And thank you, Vitae, for the 110 streak. So yeah, allegedly we are taking a little step back to April 2007. We have a little editorial here that is basically saying that Nintendo are doing a very good job of advertising the Wii. This guy saw a little display with a playable Wii in Bournemouth, apparently. And it was doing a great job at telling people they should buy one. Very nice, very nice. Let's get to the actual content. Or not! We have another Bionicle ad! Oh, hi Cadus Rufus. Hope you are doing well. Oh, a reaction pic from... God damn it. Thank you, Vic, for posting that in general. Oh, that's silly. That's silly. Right. So we have a few staff members here that we can look at if it becomes relevant later. Oh, this is all the content. I don't want to spoil the content. We're taking this one by one. Oh, we're going straight into fan-submitted letters and such. That's excellent, because this is like my favourite part. I hope there's some more later. I'd hate to blow our load a bit too early, for lack of a better term. Okay. So, our first letter, titled Generic Rant. Yeah, oh, I hope the fat phobic dude hasn't written into this one. Yeah, somebody is baffled by the lack of Wii exclusives, saying that too many third-party developers are throwing out port after port after port, and none of them work very well, because they're just ports. And more studios need to make games that use the Wii Remote better. Outright saying that these kind of ports that work better with a regular controller should just release on GameCube. They're probably not going to do that. Or rather, they didn't do that. We know that. They did not go and release all of that stuff for GameCube instead. That would kind of defeat the purpose of releasing a new system. Thank you for the 45 streak, Cadus Rufus. There's still a chance. More GameCube games. More GameCube games. Now. Okay. The team at N Revolution responded that there are too many ports on the Wii, but there's plenty of new content as well, like Zelda, SSX Blur, Elodies. Oh yeah, Elodies. That was the name of Elobits in the UK. In the US, and I'm sure other places, it was Elobits, but we got Elodies for some reason. So we got to say Elodies nuts. Although I think that would have been a little before the D's nuts jokes. Bring Elodies back so we can start saying Elodies nuts. That's my petition. My Sims, there'll be plenty more in due course. The Wii is probably going to play out like the DS. If worst comes to worst, we'll riot. Now, see, the Wii U got a lot of amazing games that did use motion controls, but I feel like the best games on the platform didn't really. Like, the good games were just good games and could kind of work on anything. Dyer, good to see you. Hope you're well. Like, I mean, Smash Bros. Brawl, best with a GameCube controller. Twilight Princess, like, fine with the motion controls, but it has since been ported, as has Skyward Sword. Mario Galaxy is on the Switch with no motion controls required. I really don't think the Wii's best feature was its controls. I really don't. It had some damn good games. Last Story uses the Wiimote. I've heard good things about Last Story. I never did manage to pick it up. Now that's a game that needs a port. Hey Grand Guy, hope you're doing well. But moving on. Oh. So this person doesn't think that the Wii is their kind of console. They don't buy into the mass market premise that Nintendo are trying to push. They consider themselves more of a hardcore gamer. Oh, that just gives me try-hard vibes. Like, just play video games. Oh my god, is Golden Sun here? I think we're a little bit past Golden Sun, Pocat. Good to see you. This is April 2007. So, at this point, they are still saying the Game Boy Advance hasn't been replaced by the DS, but it's been replaced by the DS, sorry. So, Golden Sun, I believe, has been and gone by the time of this magazine. The most oppressed group of
all truly is gamers.
Truly. And everyone's here for Golden Sun. I need to play Golden Sun. I still haven't. Dark Dawn. Is that the DS game they threw out that wasn't as well received? You'll have to remind me. Never heard of Dark Dawn. What's that? Oh, so I'm guessing it's like a Deus Ex Invisible War then. As in, it doesn't exist. Got it. Dark Dawn is indeed the DS game. Okay, and I'm getting the vibes that it's terrible. Fair enough. I've kept an eye on Golden Sun, though. It does get listed on eBay pretty regularly. At some point, I'll buy one of the cartridges, I'll get it housed in a custom case, and I will protect it, at the very least. I hope you're doing well, by the way, Pocat, apart from the exploding. Okay, so yes, we had this tryhard saying that they're too much of a hardcore gamer for the Nintendo Wii. God, it really shows the discrepancy in how people treat the hardcore label, though. Because they say they'll still play some games, like Mario Galaxy, they're looking forward to. And there are so many people who would say, Mario isn't a hardcore game, Call of Duty's a hardcore game, Battlefield's a hardcore game. So, yeah, come on, dude. Come on. So, the team says, Dear Bob, do not fret, Nintendo has not forsaken thee. Okay, maybe it has a little bit, but not to the extent you seem to think so. Nintendo has shifted focus. I didn't change that. Nintendo has shifted focus, but it's not stupid. Yeah, no one at Nintendo HQ is moronic enough to give up on serious titles entirely. And, yeah, you know, if we are going for the typical hardcore definition, they kinda did. Like, I mean, it was a very family-friendly system. It did have the more serious games, but by and large. Yeah, it's like they had Mad World, what else? I think The Conduit they were billing as like a big deal for hardcore gamers, and that apparently wasn't very good. Yeah, Yeah, there's Resident Evil 4, but that's a port. And at that point, Lucy is upset from the previous letter. Red Steel was okay, the sequel was better. Really refined it. Oh, the Outer Wilds music again. I need to stop using this playlist. Oh, for anyone who was joining me yesterday when I was playing Forza Horizon, System popped into chat saying that he really wishes he could go back and play Forza Horizon 4. I've just seen him launch it on Steam. So, we got him. We made someone go back to Horizon 4. We won, lads. We did it. I mean, assuming that was our goal, I don't know. But there, follow-up. Viri got me playing Forza, and I got System playing it again as well. We did it. Right, next up.
Just think about all the injuries and smashed TVs from people using the WII. That's pretty hardcore.
I mean, true, that is hardcore. Right, this next person says, I'm just going to read this whole thing. This is Ed Rose from Northampton. Let me develop games. I have so many good ideas for the Wii, it's scary. Forget all this nonsense about flipping and twirling.
Danny sent over 5 bits and left the message. We're.
What the remote needs is to become an extension of your hand. If you had to shake someone's hand, you'd put your hand out with the remote firmly clasped and shake. To open a door, you'd reach out and turn the knob. It could even go as far as having to punch someone by actually throwing a fist. Yeah, Nintendo hired this man. What Ed wants is to wait another decade and a bit and get into VR, right? Like, you want VR. And ultimately, the biggest issue with the Wii was motion controls that weren't actually any good. Like, they were just ham-fisted, you know? Like, in what ways are we going to play a game where you actually have the remote? It's like, I'm going to shake someone's hand. How often, like, I guess like a Resident Evil game, you might do the door opening by hand, maybe? But they could just have you press a button instead, and it would be smoother. Because you don't want unresponsive motion controls getting in the way of the game, which that would. Yeah, just press the good game button. Press the good game button. Yeah, this guy wants VRC for sure. The team says, we're speechless. We've tried to figure out how these ideas would come together to form a game, but unfortunately we can't. You didn't tell us. Oh, holy shit. You take care, Washi. Like, I'm with them, but fucking hell, do you want him to keep buying your magazine? Coddle him a little bit. Whew, okay. However, we're all really nice blokes and think you might be onto something. Oh, they're trying to salvage it. Even though you don't know it. Even if a title such as Shenmue hit the Wii, it could work in ways similar to those mentioned. Before you get excited though, there was a lot more to the Sega Classic than just that. We're just speculating. Yeah, the SAS retains other buyers. See, I get the most mixed reviews about Shenmue. I haven't played it myself, I never had a Dreamcast back in the day. I do know it's on Steam now. Hi Marks, how you doing? I feel like I have 50% of people saying Shenmue is amazing, it's revolutionary for the time, it's definitely worth a playthrough. And then everyone else is like, oh yeah, I love doing chores, it's the best, I wish I'd never played this. You're listening to me on your FLAC player. Well, that is an impressive FLAC player. Hi Sonic, hope you're doing well. Welcome to us looking through this issue of N Revolution from April 2007. Okay, see if we have more sass or someone actually making a good point. Ooh. I am good, thank you, Sonic, and I'm better because of what I'm about to have to read. There should be a much bigger deal being made out of the fact that Sonic is finally back. Sonic and the Secret Rings is the Hedgehog's best game in such a long time. And while the reviews have been mostly positive, no one seems to care that this is a world apart from, say, Shadow the Hedgehog or the next-gen version. Its longevity is also exceptional, and being able to fiddle with skills so you can approach a segment in a different manner is so simple and yet brilliant. If this is what the future has in store for Sonic, then I think we could be on course for a whole new breed of classics from Sega's #1. Nikki. Nikki White from Bradford. So, there were more games following Secret Rings that followed a similar formula. And like Secret Rings, though you haven't seemed to realise it, they're shit. I am pleased that you've enjoyed it, whether it's genuine or just huffing the copium. I've never said that before, I might never again. But Jesus Christ. They were not good games. They were not good games. Sonic did not stick to that formula. It was absolutely slandered for having even 2 games in that series. Never mind, I think 3? I think there were 3 in total? I'm not sure. But yeah. I mean, they're fine from for like shit-talking Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06. Fair play. Although, Shadow still has the benefit of being hilarious. But Secret Rings and the rest of the games in that era were just bad. Good God. Oh well. Oh well. Don't most of the positive reviews mention how good it is to see Sonic back on form? Yeah, we saw one of those reviews in the magazine last week, and we were very confused. Still, it's lovely to hear from someone so excited about a game. Fingers crossed this is just the beginning of quite a comeback for Sonic. It wasn't. But he's far from the finish line yet. Yeah, no, he's still going somehow. It's hard to believe, but there are people who don't own Wiis. And Sonic needs to turn in a top performance on other machines before genuinely being reborn. But we agree that the Secret Rings is definitely a good start, and we hope our Blue Hedgehog friend has many more great games ahead. He doesn't. He doesn't. He just doesn't. I'm sorry. Oh. Look, I'm coming at this with a bias against Sonic. I don't like the series in general, but like... Ugh. Good gosh. Good gosh. Did I play Sonic Mania? I don't like the 2D Sonic games. I've played 1, 2, 3...
Gurgle for me.
Advance... I can't get into them. Hi, Vinny. And bye, Danny. Yeah, big engineer. Yeah, I can't get into the 2D Sonic games. They are definitely built for people who want to replay them over and over again, memorizing the levels and getting the faster speed. I tend to like playing games once. I want to run through a level and I'm probably never touching that level again. High-tech Kraken. So if I spend my first run through a level running at max speed before hitting a spring, like, that is not my cue to, oh, next time you know the spring's there and you can jump. There's not a next time. I am losing all of my momentum. I am slowly hopping over that spring, and then I'm trying to get my momentum back so I can finish the level and then never play it again. It's just how I play games. So Sonic doesn't really work for me, I am afraid. Thank you for the 15 stream streak. Mox. Yeah, look, I have a feeling that Twitch's celebrations will be dropped eventually. Like, most people seem to find them intrusive. If only because they just hog the top of the channel point redeems box. Right. Okay. Oh. Big Ababa. I like it. I like it. 30-cent Ababa. Let's go. Okay. So this person says in this special box, what's up with your top 10 GameCube games in issue 7 of the Retro Mini-Mag? How on earth could you miss out on classics such as Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine, Pikmin, fuck Pikmin, Bat and Kato's Origins, The Twin Snakes, Smash Bros. Melee, or Super Monkey Ball? It's madness. However, it made me realise how good the GameCube and underrated the GameCube really was. After all, despite my annoyances, you've only got 10 spaces to fill, and the fact that I could come up with loads of different titles means there's an excellent back catalogue out there, which means the Wii's own library is better too. Is that is Pikmin. That is oh yeah, it's hard to get good looks at stuff at the bottom because I collide with my monitors. But yeah, that's Pikmin. That is original GameCube Pikmin. Now this guy does have a point though. This does have a point. If you ever see a top 10 list and your favourites aren't in there, but you still like the games in the top 10 list, that just means there's a lot of variety in whatever kind of list is being presented. And yeah, no, who is this? Jeffrey Glover from Silso. Yeah, the GameCube has an amazing library. Like, there's a reason that GameCube games still command a very high price. Because there's so many good ones. Amazing library. A sec, I might have missed some messages. I don't think I did. We're good. We're good. GameCube didn't get Dark Alliance 2? It didn't. Did it get Dark Alliance 1? Because, I mean, at the point when I knew Dark Alliance existed, I'd moved country, I didn't have my GameCube anymore, I had a second-hand PS2. So I had both Dark Alliances. I actually played Dark Alliance 2 first. But now, GameCube not getting Dark Alliance 2 is very upsetting. You're right, Danny. I'm sorry. I'm not being gamer enough. I have to get angry. The company went bankrupt before it could finish the port. I actually really want to play the Dark Alliance games again. But... I mean, they're on PC now. But didn't they release them at, like, really high prices? Like, aren't they, like, £30 a piece? Or, like, I guess that would be a... No, at this point it would be similar in dollars. It's a very silly pricing model. Like, we're talking... How old is that game? Yeah. You know, you say wait for sale. Is it on... Yeah, like... How much is the current sale price? Because if it's going to be low, it'll be now. So this will be a good judge of if it's actually going on discount. Baldur's Gate, Dark Light, 20%. They've come out charging £30 for games from 2000 and 2003, and their big sale price gets it down to $23.99. I will give you £3.74 each if I'm feeling generous. Like, I appreciate that these games have been ported and that cost money, but... Jeez. Jeez. I mean, at least the reviews seem okay, so they didn't completely fuck up the port. But jeez. Yeah. Oh. Oh, there we go. That just a moment. Okay, I'm doing this live. The magazine's taking a step back for a second. Yeah. I still need to get the DLC for All-Star Battle R. It's not urgent, but I like JoJo and I want all the characters. I'll get them eventually. I'm not big on fighting games, but I still have some fun with it. Right, yeah, sorry, we have a new wave redeem, so I'm just gonna get that implemented real quick. Because I can, and it's very quick to do so. Right, oh, no, that's the watermarked version. We need the non-watermarked version. New wave indeed. And getting it implemented is very quick. If Mix It Up doesn't freeze.
Like, new wave. New wave. New wave.
And people generally don't appreciate that, funnily enough. Okay. That's one part done. That's another part done. That's another part.
The Mox sent over 500 bits and left the message, celebrating a workplace win. Boss threw my tea kettle away by accident, and replaced it using his own money as an apology. My brand new tea kettle will be at my house on July 5th.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dance fast.
How do you accidentally throw away somebody's kettle? How do you do that? That's ridiculous. Hello, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. Right, Vic, if you are around, your wave redeem should be implemented now. I'll get you the file shortly.
Unknown Bear just brought 4 friends in.
Oh! Norm, welcome in. How you doing? I literally just implemented the wave that you sent me. There he is. There's the bunny. Amazing. Amazing. Good to see you, Norm. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Azzy. I'm a variety streamer. And I'm currently looking through an old Nintendo magazine. Having a laugh.
Land Hornet sent over 250 bits and left the message. Blarg.
Thank you for the bits, Woodland Hornet. I very much appreciate it. Can't still got some chores to take care of? It's no problem, Norm. It's no problem. But for the record, we have had takes in this magazine, such as you should use the Wii remote to have to actually reach out and turn door handles. And Sonic and the Secret Rings is a new high for Sonic and will set him up for success in the future. So, we're off to a great start. We're off to a great start. Right, with one more letter that I missed. This is the star letter. King, no. Oh, it happened. Okay. So our final letter here. Oh, okay, no, they're putting effort into this letter. So, some context we learned last time. When I say Treasure Island Z, that is what was eventually released under the name Zack and Wiki. So, upon hearing the news that Capcom was going to release Treasure Island Z for the Wii, I became extremely flustered and faint, After my mistress mopped my brow with a flannel and brought me back to consciousness, all previous emotions were replaced by one: excitement. I'm a massive fan of the adventure genre of games and long for the days when it would return. Even when I noticed someone else mentioning such events, I felt overcome, and finally my hopes are slowly being realised. Let's be honest with ourselves. The Wii is perfectly suited to handle the genre, and if a monster such as Capcom is trying to jump on board, then surely the industry as a whole can see it too. Treasure Island Z instantly brought back memories of Monkey Island, and whilst I doubt it'll live up to that series' giddy heights, the thought of being able to step back in the shoes of a pirate once more and lose myself in a light-hearted yet sweet story is more than enough for this old gamer. Oh, that is Big Vor. I was looking down. What a very eloquent letter. That is a big nub. We love that, Riolu. And the fact that that emote is, like, named for me as well. I did not consent to this. God damn it. So, the team respond.
Danny sent 5 bits and said, "My neighbor is mad at his wife for sunbathing nude. I personally am on the fence."
God damn it. Who is this? This reaction is so similar to one member of our team, we're not even sure you exist, Liam.
The yummy mouse.
By 26.
Nom.
Still, let's give you the benefit of the doubt and say you are indeed real. Then yes, we agree with you. The adventure genre has never died within our castle. We too are still besotted with Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle and the like, and think Treasure Island Z looks like quite a romp. Oh, all these people appreciate the genre. That's cute. I imagine that they were all very happy when, after many, many years of nothing, Double Fine took to Kickstarter for what would become Broken Age. Because we've had a decent few adventure games since then. And it has been neat. Oh, what are these quickfire ones? Oh! So, we were speaking about Golden Sun earlier. The first quickfire message they got was, wasn't there a Golden Sun scheduled for release on the GameCube? With the reply, there were rumours, but it should please you all to know that Camelot RPG has been in the works for a while, so here's hoping. Oh no. When did the DS game release, and was that by Camelot? How do the dates line up here? What would that rumoured Camelot RPG have been if it hadn't released in April 2007? It was done by Camelot and it was released in 2010. Oh. I am so sorry to whoever sent that in thinking they were getting a Golden Sun on GameCube. And thinking that it would be good. Yeah. From the vibes I was getting earlier, it wasn't. Somebody asking, will Metroid Prime 3 be online enabled? To which they say, no one knows for sure. But we'd say yes if someone pointed a gun to our heads. It's the perfect way to set corruption apart over its predecessors. Did Metroid Prime 3 have online? I don't feel like I know about any online multiplayer in Metroid Prime. It did not, yeah. Hunters had online. Yeah, the DS game. But not Prime 3. But I've heard good things about Prime 3. Yeah. That's so true. Nowadays, your game has online. Sometimes even if you don't need it. You can play totally alone and need that internet connection or your game isn't working. Oh, that's depressing. That's depressing. Next up, are the GameCube bongos Wii compatible? And they say as long as you plug them into the GameCube controller socket, yes. And that's true, they did work. It wouldn't be a major shock to see Wii-specific ones released eventually either. They never did that, did they? I think there were like 2 Donkey Kong games or something that used the bongos, both for GameCube, and then they never touched the formula again. Am I remembering that right? Or did they have like a Wiimote waggling one? Did Tropical Freeze didn't use the bongos, did it? That was a Wii U game. There's no way that supported the bongos. Don't think they ever got used anywhere else. That would be my thought. I do not recall any Wii games that specifically used the bongos. That would be way too niche. Like, it was niche for the GameCube. So releasing another game on the Wii, I don't think that would, was there a racing game that used them? Also, hi Chrome, hope you're doing well. I can't think of a racing game that used them off the top of my head. Nah. I just think the bongos went underused. Right, we've spent more than enough on the fan mail, but that is, yeah, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Right. So, again, once we do the stuff like previews and reviews, I don't read the entire thing. I just sort of get the summary. So, first up, preview of Spider-Man 3. We had one of those in the last magazine. Oh, that is not... Oh yeah, I have seen the challenge runs with the bongos. That is a good use for them. Wikipedia says 4 games. Barrel Blast was going to use them on the Wii, but it did get changed to just the Wiimote. Probably smart. I mean, if they'd added it as an option, that would have been nice for the people who did still have the bongos around without restricting the user base. But, yeah. Guitar Hero controllers did get continued uses. I very much do have a Guitar Hero controller somewhere around the house, so like I can play Clone Hero. So yeah, they think they can summarize it as, it's Spider-Man, you idiot. He swings around with webbing, beats up bad guys, and generally just saves the day. He's awesome. Now, I asked this last time, but Spider-Man 3 wasn't very good, was it? Like, people expected it to be Spider-Man 2 again, and it wasn't. Like, no one goes around talking about Spider-Man 3. It's always Spider-Man 2. And it remained that way until the Marvel Spider-Man game. Defense class, yeah. Mortal Kombat Armageddon again. So, yeah, This is strange. This is strange, because we are a month before... Well, technically... Yeah, we're 2 or 3 months behind the release date of the last one we looked at. But we're getting all of the same previews and such. Same old Mortal Kombat with brand new controls, which surprisingly seem to be shaping up a lot better than expected. Can it provide a better experience? No. Use a controller for your fighting games. Do not try to waggle. Oh, but entirely playable with classic or GameCube controllers. There we go. That's how you do it. But yeah, as we discussed last time, Armageddon wasn't as good as Deception. It had more characters, but apparently, like every other element, was a bit worse. Use a keyboard for your fighting games. I mean, I can see the merit. I guess it's kind of like using a fight stick, except you don't have the stick. So the button parts, that'll be fine. But I imagine a stick would be better for the movement and the input, the command inputs and such. I'm definitely a gamepad guy. Wait, Prince of Persia rival swords? Wasn't it 2 swords? Ooh, a volley. I mean, I can't be silenced, I'm on webcam, but ooh, a volley. I kiss. Anyway. Oh yeah, as we said last week, we love the death traps in those games. The insta-kills, terrible for balance, so much fun. So much fun. Hi, Noodle. What the heck is Prince of Persia rival sword? Wasn't it like 2 swords or something? Did this go by different names? Or am I just misremembering? Huh. 2 thrones? That's right. So is Rival Swords like a sequel? Hi, Kokiri. Hope you're doing well. I mean, it's advertising the PSP version as well. So, yeah, is this just a different game entirely that also featured the Dark Prince? Huh. I have to imagine. Same story, different game. That would make sense. Reuse a lot of the same assets, but release them on weaker hardware, aka the Wii and a literal handheld. Oh, the Wii was not powerful, but what a great library it had by the end. Right. Now we go into the news. Ooh, so, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games had just been announced. Oh, we have so many of those at this point. So, Two Thrones is PS2, Rival Sword is an enhanced port. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, so we went through some letters, webcam, thank you. We went through some letters about it in the last magazine, and it was a lot of people saying, that's no fair. Sonic would win the races every time. Knuckles would win the boxing every time. Tails would win the long jump. And it's like, the game's balanced. The game is just balanced. It's a party game. It's silly. Stop taking it so seriously. And even here, we wonder if Mario will be able to ride Yoshi in the 100-meter sprint. It may be the only way to defeat Sonic. Everyone taking it way too seriously. You love the original Prince of Persia because it played as a story being told? Was that the original Prince of Persia, or are you thinking of Sands of Time? Because I don't know too much about the original. Only, that it made use of rotoscoping and it was very impressive. Sands of Time, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the original. The original is old. Much older than Sands of Time. Okay. So we have some key questions people have sent in. Why set it at the Olympics? Because it's the perfect environment for characters to compete against each other, and a great way to use a license that could have been wasted on a standard track and field game. They still release, I'm not sure when they started, but they still do release Olympics games. I'm pretty sure there were a few, like, yearly Olympics games that weren't very good. So, yeah, they had both. They had Mario and Sonic and that. This Christmas, aren't the games in summer 2008? with the response, yes, but never forget that the games industry is first and foremost a business. Releasing in the December period is far more lucrative than within the usual lackluster mid-year drought. Yeah, that's true. Will we see Bowser or Robotnik? Yes and yes. Olympic Games were okay, if nothing else, very meme-worthy. Yeah, they were silly party games. They were fine. We have some people from the industry, like the games industry, giving their opinions on Sonic and Mario being together at last. And, yeah. I mean, they're saying it's the industry's first and finest. I know one of these people, and it's because, it's Reggie. President of Nintendo of America is very happy that the Wii can appeal to a broad audience. Of course you are, Reggie. Of course you are. And people are reassured by the fact that Miyamoto confirmed he was on board and involved in the project. Very nice, very nice. Thank you for the sippy. I am drinking, and a stretch, I am drinking decaf tea today. I had a coffee earlier. I don't want to stop myself from sleeping because I'm having a hard time sleeping lately. So I'm trying to push my coffees up earlier and switch to decaf tea later. So far, it's not helping. Hi, Jag. Ow. Boy, you've had a day. Give me Nintendo. Jag, to fill you with a little bit of joy, we went past a section with fan-submitted letters already, and people were saying Sonic and the Secret Rings was the start of a bold new era for Sonic, and it would be fantastic, and they'd be making new classics with games like that. And we had someone whining that the Wii wasn't hardcore enough. So, all in all, we've had a great time. Oh. Okay. So, this report is about game developer salaries. In 2007. That's interesting. Apparently, at the time of writing, legal and business-related staff earning an average of £36,000 a year, programmers around 27,000, artists on 23,000, and QA staff on 17,500. Huh. But, apparently, American equivalents are earning about a third more at the time of writing. So there was a big discrepancy between the salaries of the European and American people doing the same jobs. Is this taking into account, though, that Americans get absolutely shafted on having to pay 1 million kinds of insurance separately? Like, Europe has a lot more free healthcare than America does. And so I think that's worth considering. But just to show how dated this is, because you see, they don't actually mention any amounts specifically. They say it's about a third. But the amount I'm making now, without taking inflation into account, is more than a programmer would have been earning. So, like, I'm above 27,000 a year. But of course, yeah, inflation has happened. Hi, Sil. Ooh, woo. I do hope you sleep well, Sil. So yeah, the numbers have definitely shifted. I would definitely expect a game programmer to be paid more than me. Jesus Christ. Inflation is indeed happening. Night, Sil. But yeah, game development should pay more. It really should. So yeah, at the time of writing, they had just announced, or rather, they had just released more Umbrella Chronicles information.
Entity of Justice resubbed for 8 months and said 1 more month until a sub, baby.
Rebecca,
Entity 2
thank
shall
you
stare.
for the resub. Much, much appreciated. I can't believe it's been 8 months already. And yeah, the announcement of the Resident Evil 4 remake, which, yeah, I said it so many times last time, it's the best version of Resi 4. Too easy? Perhaps, but so fucking fun. What a great control method for Resi 4. And yep, this is an article here about how, yeah, the Wii gets flooded by third-party titles. So on top of Resi 4, there was SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. Rock Band is rumoured to come to the Wii. It did come to the Wii. I actually had issues because when I was buying loads of Wii games to give my Wii U something to do, I picked up Rock Band. And that was when I learned that they had a totally different controller than Guitar Hero. So I just have an unplayable copy of Rock Band on the Wii. I never managed to find a Rock Band specific controller for it. Far less plentiful than the Guitar Hero games. Brothers in Arms will be hitting the Wii and DS in 2007. Oh. That's all you're mentioning. The Wii is flooded by Resident Evil, WWE, Rock Band, and Brothers in Arms. I kind of expected a bigger list. Thank you for the streak, Jag. Much, much appreciated. You still use a Rock Band USB hub on your PC. I love it when peripherals last. I really do. I really do. Okay. Oh. So over here we have just a little bit of what they call sound bites from the world of the Nintendo Wii. And this middle one here, this is still relevant. 6 months and Wii units are still trickling into the UK. Nintendo, however, deny deliberately holding stock back to keep the sales hype going. Amiibo. Every fucking special edition. Jesus Christ. It still happens. It still happens. Nintendo are constantly, to this day, accused of holding back stock whenever there's a shortage. And every single time Nintendo releases a blanket statement of, we're not, we're doing as much as we can. Yeah, yeah, see, as far back as the Wii, yeah, I can believe it. The GameCube didn't do too well. They were probably being very conservative when planning how many they were going to produce. I get it. But over time, you'd think Nintendo would get a better grasp of this stuff. Oh, I see. I love this one because we have hindsight. In the wake of a number of complaints regarding the wire linking the nunchuck to the remote, there have been rumours surrounding the development of a wireless nunchuck peripheral. Later on, Nintendo has been unable to comment on the matter as of yet, which only serves to fuel the rumours. Never happened. Never fucking happened. Not even close. The nunchuck stayed wired, and that was just the way of things. Which, I mean, I didn't see the point. Like, they could kind of design the nunchuck around having a certain cable length. Which worked. It worked back when, you know, we had Wii-era motion controls. And I'm trying to draw comparisons to the Joy-Cons. Because the Joy-Cons does not restrict. They're both completely wireless. But they also don't have the same emphasis on motion controls. Like, honestly, if it weren't for Joy-Con drift, I would call them some of the best controllers ever. Purely because you can completely lay back, put your arms wherever you want, and play games in the most comfortable position for you. They're amazing for that. Shame about the fucking drift. And yet the ribbon cable breaking if you look at the Joy-Con wrong. The Joy-Cons have so many issues, but I adore the form factor. I could stand them being a little bit bigger, but like I don't have the biggest hands, so their size isn't the biggest issue with me. But yeah, as controllers, the Joy-Cons are amazing. Just please, if the Switch successor just has better Joy-Cons, I'm happy. If they have the same Joy-Cons, fuck off. At that point, I want all of the lawsuits that have been settled to come back. Right. Just a little roundup of things they like this month. Number 1, Star Fox 64. Oh, because it hit the Virtual Console in America. I was thinking, wait, the 3DS wasn't out yet. But no, Star Fox 64 just keeps happening. Seen some third-party Joy-Cons with GameCube buttons. I've seen those as well. They are very cool. They are very cool. Just anything with Hall effect joysticks, I'm happy to see. Just happy to see. I don't own anything with those joysticks, but someday, baby. Like next time I have to buy controllers, I'd like those to be there. Number 2. Okay, yeah. These aren't necessarily related to Nintendo. They like Star Fox 64. And Metallica is doing a concert at the new Wembley Stadium. Jeez, well, I guess back then it was new. They like San Francisco because one of the team members got to spend a few days there. They like the Easter weekend. And they like ice cream. I really thought they might be related to Nintendo. It's like, we like Star Fox and stuff. Just stuff. I like ice cream too, don't tell anyone. Right. Oh, this could get spicy. Oh, yep, so we have a specific article accusing Nintendo of a deliberate shortage. Why have they formatted it for this? They call it a week of justice for all. And they've just got 7 different segments where they just talk about it. Did they get to play it for a week? They don't specify. Hi, Noodle. It does seem to be them saying it's very good. Right, what do we have here? Sorry, I actually have to read these to summarize what's going on. The big articles are harder to read outright. Okay, so this is Miyamoto talking about third-party titles. And he seems to think that developers aren't putting enough effort into the ports. He thinks that the third parties give Nintendo a lot of flack because their games don't sell super well on the Nintendo consoles. Of course, this is coming off the back of the GameCube, which had bad third-party support. And he's saying it's your own fault. You're not putting enough time and effort into your games. You are competing with studios who are making stuff for the Wii. Like, you need to be embracing the hardware and not just throwing stuff out willy-nilly just because there's a platform there to release it on. The PS2 is here because it's saying, just in case you need a reminder, this is the console many current Wii titles were originally developed for. So yeah, he is saying that rather than trying to add new elements to existing games, take risks, come up with new and unique ideas.
Oh gosh, Mealia Bobby Brown just followed.
Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Hope you're having a great day. Next page. Okay, so we have an article going over how Nintendo are teaming up with GameSpy for its online infrastructure. Which, yeah, I mean, they did. They did. It is Pikachu. There he be. Reggie looks very smug about the whole deal. Yeah, because you used the photo of Reggie that everyone uses. Yeah, the Wii's online wasn't great. I've never been much of an online gamer, but back when I was but a wee Doug, I did try playing some Smash Bros. Brawl online, and all I remember was how it chugged. It just... Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. Hi, 26. Hope you're doing well. You caught us during Show and Tell, which is the entire stream. Please, nobody actually redeem that, because you're just going to get refunded. Oh... Yeah, right here. They're advertising the Nintendo DS browser. So, of course, the DS did not have a web browser by default. So they just threw it on a cartridge. You actually had to purchase the browser on Yeah, a DS cart. I believe eventually, hi JJ, I appreciate the lurking, every little helps. Good to see you. Shout out for JJ, please. JJ has started streaming and is doing an amazing job. Is very close to affiliate, just a few streams to go, I believe. Please do drop her some follows and tune in when she's live. And yeah, I believe eventually the DS browser came as standard with the DSi. Was it the DSi or the DS Lite? It eventually did come as standard. I only ever had original DSs. It was the DSi. Yeah. So, eventually it was included by default. But before that, you had to buy the browser. I think it was pretty cheap, though. I don't think it was like a full game price. You got a black and white special edition DSi. And you played Explorers of Sky on it. Ah. Right. Oh? Oh. Apparently Reggie, $30? Jesus Christ. Okay, so it wasn't that cheap. It wasn't an outright $50, $60, but yeah, $30 for a web browser is a bit silly. And Kokiri, I used to use the PSP browser back in the day as well. It wasn't good, but it's what I had. You're eating a mince pie, how's it going? You're eating a mince pie at what? Like, isn't it something like 2 a.m. for you? I hope you're enjoying your very late / early mince pie. 3 a.m. Your 3 a.m. mince pie. Oh, I hope you're doing well, Jola. We are just enjoying an old Nintendo magazine. Yeah, Nintendo is throwing shade at the competition back in the day. Saying stuff like, the 360 is selling well in one territory, the UK, whereas the Wii is selling great everywhere. And proceeded to say that the 360 has the red ring of death. The Wii doesn't. And then says that the Wii is distanced from the 360 and the PS3, saying that they are not the Wii's competition. Okay, so... I am in agreement about Nintendo not really having competition with the other major platforms at this time. The Wii was always doing its own thing. It wasn't really competing as hard with the 360 and the PS3. I think throwing shade at them for sales numbers in certain territories and for like certain issues, that's uncalled for. Like, he could have just stuck with, yeah, we're doing our own things, we have different audiences. That would have been fine. You didn't need to try to poke fun. I know that was sort of Reggie's thing, where he was like the cool guy, the cool president, but I think that was unnecessary. Like, the next part was all you needed. We're doing our own thing. We're doing our own thing. The magazine disagrees with that. It says, well, you know, maybe you should take the competitors a little more seriously. I think all console manufacturers should just sort of do their own thing. Just try to be the best you can be. Don't worry as much about the competition. by that virtue, like, as long as I've been making my own purchasing decisions regarding gaming hardware, I have always been the person who buys PC stuff and Nintendo stuff. Because, especially nowadays, most shit releases on PC, and Nintendo at this point have made it clear that they are not budging. So, I have my Nintendo exclusive machine and my everything else machine. And as much as I do feel like I'm missing out on stuff like Bloodborne and the Demon Souls, God, it's just Souls-likes that come to mind right now. Because most shit comes out on PC. Most shit comes out on PC. So, I'm fine. I'm fine. And yeah, consoles are basically just restricted PCs at this point. So, I've got my Switch. I've got my PC. I have a Steam Deck if I need to go out and the Switch doesn't have the game I want to play when I'm out. I'm fine. I don't need Sony's system. I don't need Microsoft's system. Also, like, after what Microsoft pulled with the whole always online scare for the Xbox One, like, I don't forget. I don't forget that shit. You'll bring your Switch to EF so we can play Mario Kart. Oh my gosh, Vic. Yeah, I remember when companies try shit like that. I'm not trusting a Microsoft console ever again. Because the bad reception just means they need to normalize it a little more as time goes by, and then they'll bring it back when it's, yeah, more normalized. Because they're just going to go by the stance of, yeah, people just weren't ready for it. We can spy on them in a future generation. Same reason I don't pay for Discord Nitro. I remember when they integrated crypto wallets for a while. I remember when they flirted with NFTs. I ain't giving Discord money. Fuck that. I don't need my emotes. I'll just use the default emojis everything has. Or emoticons. I'll just use emoticons. Like, I'll just do my little smiley face that I can't do on Switch because it'll be replaced by an emote. Yeah, oh, and Clyde. Fuck, I forgot about Clyde. Oh, hi, Kyo. Plush Vor. Whew. Right. Let's see. Okay, so there was a big rumor going around that Nintendo was going to... Hi, Russet, hope you're doing well. There was a rumor that Nintendo was going to release a hard drive accessory for the Wii, because it only had 512 megabytes of internal storage, and otherwise you needed GameCube memory cards for those games, and SD cards. And yet Nintendo refuted the rumours, say they're not looking into that kind of thing, and you've been here all along now. Appreciate having you here, Russet. Yeah, no, Nintendo never did release a hard drive for the Wii. Honestly, wasn't really needed. It didn't use that much memory for stuff. It's probably different if you bought a lot of stuff from the eShop back in the day, like a lot of Virtual Console stuff. But SD cards were more than enough if you really needed to expand. Oh my god, Jolla. Yeah. Gist is, there rumours about a hard drive accessory for the Wii never happened. But what I like to look at here is, why bother with a PC hard drive anyway, when a 2GB SD card can cost as little as £15 if you shop around? £15 for 2GB in 2007. Nowadays, you can get a micro SD card with 128GB for that price. Like, that's how technology's gone. Jesus Christ. Do I actually... Ah, yeah, I do. So, yeah, we are talking 2 gigabytes on something this size for the same price as 128 on something this size. That is... No, this is an SD card adapter, and this is a 64 gig card that I tried to use to update my Digivice firmware, but it turns out 64 gigs is too big and it won't be recognised, even if I partition it. But yeah, tech has come a long way. I'd show you my pawn drive, but it's currently plugged in and the cable's not long enough. Anyway. Oh. We are at 1600, yeah. And 1600 is a fun one. If I remember rightly. Not plugged in that way. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, there's 1600! Who was around for that yesterday? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Anyone who wasn't around for Forza, it was amazing. I really had fun. I will be playing more of that. We had some laughs. So, this bottom bar here that there is no way I can ever show you properly is Nintendo of America giving high praise to the US government because they pledged support for cracking down on piracy of Nintendo products. In China, of all places. Apparently the US government was pushing China to comply with trade commitments. It's like... Nintendo are just... They've never stopped, have they? They've never stopped. So many other companies just sort of let people be. But Nintendo goes so fucking hard on shitting on its fans. Like... As Gabe Newell has said, and this is an old quote at this point, everyone's heard it a million times, piracy is a service problem. People who aren't buying your games were never going to buy your games, no matter how much you punish the actual customer with your bullshit. Oh, hi, Scribble. Just focus on providing a good service, you'll make the money you make. Fuck off trying to punish everybody because some people get a pirated copy. It's nonsense, and I'm getting dizzy from ranting. I need to breathe. I'm sorry I lent you too powerful of an EP, Scribble. It's good to have you here, though. Oh, although while Scribble's here, Vic, use the wave. Yeah, I'm crossing my arms like a good rantsona. I'm grumbling. There's the bunny. There's the bunny. Oh. Okay. Legitimately dizzy. What is happening here? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. They're all throwing shade at each other. Jesus Christ. Who was first to throw shade? Oh, yeah. Okay, so... Apparently the companies were throwing shades at each other. And we have something that, again, this one starts fine.
I just remember Genesis Dinesis what Nintendinesis.
True. The group product manager for Xbox Live, John Rodman, said, "We don't feel like the Wii customer and the Xbox customer are the same thing." Boom. Leave it there. You're fine. You're correct. Different audiences. That... amazing. He goes on to say, "We think that as soon as the Wii customer turns 14, they want something else." Don't bring age into this. Fuck off. Just... the 360's core audience was 12-year-olds. Yeah. Yep, it's a bit of mudslinging. All of the big three are guilty of it. Oh, and this magazine wouldn't have it any other way. No, it's childish and petty. Come on. Jesus. Okay. So here we have excitement about the upcoming releases of Wii software such as Metroid Prime 3, Smash Bros. Brawl, Mario Galaxy. Critically acclaimed, all three of them. You ever joined a Fortnite server with audio on? I haven't joined a Fortnite server. Yeah, look, I was full-on Nintendo fanboy back in the day, but like, we were kids. These are adults. They should know better.
Azzy, I'm putting you in Fortnite.
Don't put me in Fortnite. How much are Epic paying? Look, I have got bills to pay. If they want to shoot me a few million and set me up for life, fine. Put me in Fortnite. Whatever. I don't need to play it. I just need to say, yes, I'm in Fortnite. Haha, isn't this great? And then retire. I'd still stream. I love streaming. Streaming's fun. I'm quitting my fucking day job. That's not fun. That's monotonous and mind-numbing. Let's see. None of that is very relevant. Ah. Huh, the other magazine also had a section like this. Hidden Gems from Japan. Is there anything here worth looking at? So apparently this TOEIC test DS is sorry, Sil. A TOEIC test is apparently an English teaching DS game. It's considered the world's most highly regarded English proficiency tests. So people in Japan were using that to try to learn English prose. Vic, that's an entirely different fetish. And yeah, okay, so Apollo Justice for DS was coming out very, very soon. The first two Gyakuten Saiban games, both on Game Boy Advance, got DS remakes that were released as Phoenix Wright. Yeah. Hi, Bal. This isn't Rich's stream. Yeah, if you want foot stuff, watch Rich's streams. Rich is good at that kind of thing.
No.
I've heard. It's not my scene. I do like Rich very much, though. I mean, if I just stand up for just a moment. Yep. See? I'm a fan of Rich. I like Rich. I'm not awake during most of his streams, but I have his plush. This has been a show and tell before, but yeah, I've got the Moogle here. Rich is a good streamer. And you can undress it anyway. Got the little wings and the scarf and the pom. How dare you square me? Yeah. Marketable plushie. Moogle. Back to the magazine. Producers of Apollo Justice. Not the same as the producers of the first 3 games. Huh. The first 2 DS ports contained a language option to switch from Japanese to English, while the US version didn't have the option to switch from English to Japanese. Why the hell not? That's some weird passive-aggressive xenophobia right there. I mean... is it? Because, like, the amount of people speaking Japanese in America is very small. That's what they base the language options on. Like, yeah, European versions of games tend to have 5 or 6 languages, so you can release the same cartridge across all of Europe and catch a good number of the languages. In America, you might need, what, English and maybe Latin American Spanish. Right? I don't think Japanese would be your focus in America. Do not think that would be an issue at all. Yeah, that's not xenophobia, that's just them trying to keep cartridge sizes down. Extra languages do take up space, which at this time was extra limited. At this time, the top 10 in the gaming charts of Japan were Kingdom Hearts 2, Musou Orochi. That's one of the Warriors games. Aigoga Nigatena Otona no DS
English.
Training.
I said English.
I do not know.
What are these noises you're even making?
So
English.
That was...
English.
That was...
I said English.
Miko, that was just a bad attempt at Japanese. I'm sorry. Heck yeah. Digimon Story, number 4 in the chart in Japan. April 2007. Fucking Digimon Story. I like Digimon. I haven't played Digimon Story, I just like Digimon. Yoshi's Island DS. Tamagotchi no Appare. Pro Yaku Spirits 4, Kotoba no Puzzle, Wii Sports, and Monster Hunter Portable. Those were the Digimon World DS games, they were alright. So something I'm struggling with is, like, I'm actually trying to find a copy of Dawn or Dusk. Preferably Dusk, I think that one looks cooler. I'm trying to find one boxed in the UK, and I just cannot for the life of me find copies. I swear they don't actually exist. You speak English, Geordie, passable uwu, and gibberish. True. And then, like, on top of the Dawn and Dusk games, there's also just a Digimon World DS. I don't know where that falls in, like, the situation, because I've heard Digimon World DS is a Digimon story game, which Dawn and Dusk also are. Like, they're not actually Digimon World games. I don't know. It's confusing. Right. What have we got here? Sudoku on the Wii. It happened. I'm sure that was a full-priced game and everyone was eager to spend that much on Sudoku. They're also happy about Tokimeki Memorial, Girls' Side First Love. which was a DS dating sim in Japan. Fun. Let's see. Fat Chocobo, my beloved? Where? Oh. Are you going to date Fat Chocobo? Yeah, save 40% on your N Revolution subscription. £14.40 for 6 issues. That's actually not bad. Oh, Sippy, thank you. Who did I scam? Oh, god damn it, you made me read it! Fuck. Okay. So, awesome Japanese things. Number 1. Rocky Balboa debuted in Japan with the epically, horribly, hilariously terrible title, Rocky the Final. That was how they released Rocky 1 in Japan? Rocky the Final? That's a bad name. There were more. There were more movies. Why would you call it the final? Well, like, and if you English that. Yeah, no, that's not good. I don't like that. And apparently, some people opened a curry hall in Akihabara. I mean... Wait, I'm sorry. Is this some type of shade throwing? While Indian curry isn't the best thing for you, I reckon it's probably a lot better than whatever most of the people in Akihabara eat. Is it? Like... What are you trying to say? Is there a stereotype about the food served in Akihabara? Yeah, that's xenophobia. Like, love me a good curry, but also love me some Japanese cuisine. And both have some real unhealthy shit in them. But both also have some amazingly good stuff for you, so... What is this? Apparently Japan's oldest jeans manufacturer is Edwin Jeans, which is an anagram for denim with the W turned upside down. So apparently that was hot in Japan. And Uniqlo is apparently a store? They say we have them in England. I've never heard of Uniqlo. Oh my god, a doner place in Japan? I'll have a doner place anywhere, honestly. Right. You have them in your local mall? Oh, okay, so yeah, it's just a store then, right? Because it didn't quite make it clear it complemented lavender slippers. Right, in the release schedule... Okay, thank you, Bal. We have Alien Syndrome, Cooking Mama, Lego Batman, Line Rider. We've got Line Rider for the Wii. No More Heroes, Victorious Boxers. Let's go to the Maid Doner place in Akihabara if that exists. Oh my god, can we? What if we held hands at the Maid Doner Cafe? Now, there is a place in the UK that has started getting a few chains called German Doner Kebab. Never tried it. There is one about 15 minutes drive from me, I think, but I don't drive. I'd like to try it and see if it's any good, because your typical doner meat served in the UK is shit. It's terrible. Like, it is much thicker than what I have had in Germany, and it doesn't taste good. It gives me heartburn. So then the stuff I get in Germany is incredible and Moorish, and I could eat so much of it. If you actually serve German-style ones, that'll be amazing. British ones are shit. Exactly. What you get in the UK is a stale pita bread, and yeah, the aforementioned heartburn-giving meat, which, yeah, not a fan. But I can eat it every day in Germany. So, we're doing something very wrong over here. And I wish I knew exactly why that was. Because it's consistent. Like, I've had some bad doner in Germany. Like, stuff that was not what I expected. All of it has still been better than your average doner here. Let's see. You got to see the bread being made. Oh my god, Vic. I don't think that ever happened. Here, it says allegedly that Reggie Fils-Aimé was in talks with Take-Two to open the door on the possibility of a GTA title on the Wii. I don't think that ever happened. Like, I know it never got a big GTA game, but like, it never had a stories or anything. I don't think the Wii ever got GTA. Yeah, Chinatown on the DS, but the Wii? No, that never happened. Square Enix has been in a conference to discuss the possibility of more Wii games. So, I mean, yep, Square Enix released some Wii games. They were Last Story, weren't they? Or was that Pandora's Tower? Was it both? What did Square Enix do on the Wii? Last Story was Mistwalker. Did Square Enix have anything to do with any of the Operation Rainfall games? Imagine doing the gym exercise mini-games from San Andreas by waggling the Wiimote. No, none of the Rainfall games? Yeah, they did Crystal Bearers. They definitely did that. Gosh, I can't think of much that Square Enix actually did do on the Wii. But again, like, it didn't have the best third-party support. Definitely better than the GameCube. Leagues better than the GameCube. But the highlights were definitely the first parties. Eidos says it has plans, but the upcoming ones were Bionicle Heroes and Escape from Bug Island. I've never even heard of that one. Oh, I like this one. Sonic and Mario in one game together? Who'd have thunk it? We already know Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is a reality, but the opportunity for a Sonic cameo in Smash Bros. Brawl now presents itself. They did it! The Mad Lads did it!
My tummy, the final frontier.
Bye, Flicky.
Nom.
Oh, good gosh. So, things to keep in mind for the coming weeks. We have Meteo's Disney Magic, the Sergio Leone anthology on DVD, the release of Ocean's 13, the Summer Solstice, the Wii release of Driver Parallel Lines, the Wii release of Cosmic Family, the Wii release of Battalion Wars 2. Oh shit, the Wii release of Legend of the Dragon. That's the fucking game that I got with my Wii that I mentioned last week. I got whatever that is. It's a PS2 fighting game and wasn't particularly great. Yeah, they say it wasn't good. But apparently released on 30th of June for the Wii. So yeah, that lines up with me thinking I got my Wii in December 2007. Because yeah, it would have released. Cool. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and The Queen's Birthday. So the Queen had a few more birthdays after that. Quite a few. A significant number of birthdays after that, all things considered. Thank you for that quote, Drayson. I don't think I need to continue. This Atari ad, though, fun for your fingers. All the DS and PSP games from Atari. Peppa Pig flashback. Oh, yeah, that was perfect. That was too perfect. There were better ways they could have handled that. Windy Castle? I'm not remembering. Not remembering. Oh, we're going to Windy Castle, chat. Oh, there's our cover story. There's our cover story. I did have My Sims. I remember liking it quite a bit. This isn't what we expected from a Sims game on the Wii. I mean, referencing the game or the YTP? The YTP. The YTP. Yeah. Even as a kid, I wasn't expecting a straight-up Sims game on the Wii. I thought it would be something very different, and it was. And I actually liked it quite a bit back in the day. I don't know if it held up, but I thought it was rather fun. I'm not the most creative person, but I thought it was cute. And I had a Nintendo Wii, everyone. I had one. I was so excited. So excited. And it's just pages of the fact that they got to play My Sims. You had the My Sims racing game. You had to hold your controller like a Wii wheel. Wii Remote appears to be completely restricted to pointing and clicking. EA has completely forsaken any gimmick functionality and stuck to its practical use. Believe us, you won't miss it, as you'll be using the remote most of the time anyway, but to use an on-screen cursor rather than an in-game feature. And I think that's fine. The Wii Remote was great as a pointer. Again, Resident Evil 4, it was just for pointing and firing, and that was perfect. And hell, Mario Galaxy, you used it as a pointer with a little shake once in a while. The games that went easy on the Wii Remote features were the best ones. Oh, holy... Knight's Journey of Dreams. I forgot this even released. The 2007 Wii release. Yeah, the Knight sequel. The fact that I didn't remember it probably means it was bad, huh? Great for aiming the bow, just not so good for the other controls they insisted on using it for. Yeah. I still want Twilight Princess to release on the Switch because I imagine it's just better on a controller. I never had the GameCube version, so... Oh, the Knights game was fine? Was it just performing badly because not many people really care about Knights? We remember Samba de Amigo. That got revived on Wii eventually. Obscure series. Yeah, Oh yeah, no, this is them saying that Samba de Amigo would fit perfectly as a Wii game. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see on the case there, Dreamcast. It's Dreamcast. So yeah, they say it would be perfect on Wii, and yeah, it did eventually come to the Wii. I think I have that game. I never played it, I just accumulated loads of Wii games, but I have it. I like having things. Oh, they actually have this manipulation. Oh no, manipulation. They extended the I. Okay. Yeah, so they talk about exactly what you do with the Wii remote. And in this... Oh, in this case, they're just saying, it's likely you'll require to do this stuff. So they haven't played it yet. They haven't played it, they're just talking about the fact the game exists. First controller with analog stick was designed for Knights and came packaged with it on the Saturn. Oh, so... Huh, it was on Saturn and Dreamcast then. Oh wait, no, Knights. No, sorry, mixed up. Samba de Amigo was Dreamcast, Knights was Saturn. And clear. Boogie! I never had Boogie, but I see it in bargain bins everywhere. Or saw it in bargain bins everywhere, now I just see it going for pennies on eBay. Yeah, singing and dancing. Singing and dancing. Nunchuk is for dancing. Wii Remote is used as a microphone. Was it? No, Boogie came with a microphone, didn't it? I swear Boogie actually had a microphone. The Wii Remote doesn't have a microphone, does it? You can hold it up to your face like one, but it doesn't have a microphone. What are they on about? Yeah, it had a speaker. What are these guys on about? I have no clue. Yeah, because the Wii definitely had its own microphone. I picked one up when I was buying loads of Wii games, because I got the Guitar Hero controllers and I also got a Guitar Hero microphone, so I could play World Tour. I never got the drums. Future Sight for Magic the Gathering. I know nothing about this, but if we have any Magic fans here, there's your classic Magic the Gathering ad right there. Go to this site for your free starter pack. I'm not a fan of Magic. Not myself. Not myself. It's like the expensive card game. Right. Oh, now we have the shovelware. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End on Nintendo Wii. You shake the Wiimote to attack, wiggle to grab an enemy, and that's about it. Most things are just on the buttons. They say it doesn't look good. Yeah. God damn it, Vic. Yeah, it's, not looking good. Can the game live up to its cinematic sibling? No. No, it can't. Thank you for the sippy. Yeah, yeah, it's the same as the PS2.
Koopa.
Avali again.
Nom.
Okay. Oh, Crash of the Crash of the Titans. Crash of the Titans. Oh, jeez. I mean, we mentioned it last time, but yeah. As far as I recall, we basically got the original trilogy, and then it was shit until Crash 4. So, yeah. Crash of the Titans wasn't very good. Wrath of Cortex was kind of legit. I've heard it was really buggy. The original trilogy in CTR, with it not being good until 4 and nitro-fueled. Well, they do say that jacking is done by snapping the Wii Remote after defeating a foe. Not how I do it, but... Oh, there's a Puna again! We saw a Puna last time. No, they just say it's how you jack. Jack with the Wii Remote. Yeah, as we discussed last time, it's an RPG. I do not know anyone who played this, but I do know that the titular Opuna was in that one Warriors game. That Warriors All-Stars. You played too much of CTR Nitro Fueled, bought all of the items in the shop. It burned me out. It burned me out, because I played every single season, even when I wasn't feeling it, just to get the items. And yeah, by the time it came to the very last season, I got the items and I just stopped. I didn't get any of the secret stuff. I didn't make sure I picked up all the rest of the costumes that weren't part of the default season goals. I was just so burned out. If I'd just been left to play when I felt like it, I think I would have gotten a lot more out of it. Crash may be one of the reasons why Discord's premium service is named Nitro. Who knows? Who knows? What's this? No. Yeah, apparently this just doesn't use the Wiimote. Like, it's all regular button controls and the nunchuck. Why have a revolutionary controller if you're not going to use it? Because sometimes your game just doesn't need wiggles. Brunswick Pro Bowling. Yeah, we had a shovelware bowling game, and it plays in the same way as Wii Sports. We have a Mission Impossible? No, an impossible mission game for DS. It is not Mission Impossible. Oh, it's for Wii as well. But I don't think we care much about that. Bomberman Land Wii getting a 2-page spread. I'm just not gonna lie, never liked the Bomberman series. Not for me. Not for me. It looks cute enough, but nah. And hell, look, this looks like it has mini games and such. Has battle mode. Oh, no. The battle mode is the default thing. And then you have the multiplayer crown mode, which... you have to get a piece of King's Headwear star mode. You have to collect stars when blocks are detonated. And you have all these mini games, and there are cutscenes. Yeah. So yeah, it's a party game. God damn. And yeah, Wii Remote goes in horizontal position, or use a GameCube controller for the battle mode. Everything else is typical mini-game waggling. Okay. Yeah, Bomberman Party. Little section for Surf's Up, Space Station Tycoon. Never heard of that one. Agatha Christie, and then there were none. There's your game, 26. You want to play the Agatha Christie game for Nintendo Wii? Use the remote to pick up items and fit them together to solve puzzles. Apparently it was also on PC, so people figure that it would use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck in place of the keyboard and mouse. I mean, I can see a point and click with the Wii Remote working. I'm just not sure how good those games actually were. And yet there's a little section on what became Zack and Wiki saying it. And they say that it could prove fun. Who knows? Who knows? I never played it. Heard good things though. Right. Turning up the heat. So looking at what is to come. If you read the book, do you know how to solve it? That would be funny. Like, at the start of the game, you get a chance to just immediately accuse someone, and if you're right, it just rolls credits. Oh, there's the preview of Super Mario Galaxy. Good gosh. So they have a little section here where they try to predict the what the game will be like. So, of course it'll be good, that's a given, but it needs to be truly defining to be considered a success. For years we've heard mumblings about Mario 128, the true successor to Mario 64, and Galaxy has to fill that void. It's as simple as that. Miyamoto-san can claim Pikmin was it, and he made a fine argument at GDC, but that's no excuse if Galaxy turns to be nothing more than another great Mario title. The Italian has to star in an adventure that goes above and beyond what every other platformer has done in the past. Not only would it cement the Wii as a genuine innovation, but should also herald in a new era where the Wii Remote is accepted as a more standard controller. Surprising as it may be, there's a large quantity of video game fans who are still yet to be convinced. If anyone's going to change their mind, it'll be our favourite mascot. Okay, so while I stretch... I mean, yeah, it was a huge success. Absolutely colossal. Still rated as one of the best games of all time, as well as its sequel. The Wii Remote didn't become a standard accepted controller. It got copied with the likes of PS Move and to a degree in terms of utility, the Kinect. Eventually, VR controllers, starting with the Oculus Touch controllers, would copy as well. But for the most part, nah, games have stuck with the standard controller. You know, I mean, what, this is Microsoft's most recent pad. It's not a Wii Remote. They're very different. But Galaxy definitely did stand up. It was basically everything everyone wanted and more. I've only played a little bit of it. I do have it on Switch. Haven't gotten around to playing it. But I did play a tiny bit on the Wii. And liked what I played, but it's yet another one of those games where I went, this is amazing. I'll play this again after dinner, and I didn't. Ever again. And yeah, they're saying it needs to be very good or the Wii's in trouble. The Wii was fine. The Wii was fine. Still one of the best selling systems of all time. Oh, there's Prime 3 Corruption. There is Prime 3. So, they think this is on par with Mario Galaxy. It needs to deliver. Apparently there's a small minority who grew tired of Metroid Prime after Metroid Prime 2. So this game has to define the Wii's FPS control scheme, They need to appeal to as many people as possible with its controls. And, yeah, they think this game has a lot to live up to. And I've heard it does. I've heard it does. But of course, I've only played Prime Remastered. I have not played Echoes. I have not played Corruption. I do not know too much about this. But yeah, they say that if this game controls well, it will change FPSs forever. Well, it didn't do that. Pokemon Battle Revolution. I'm gonna have to start speeding up a little. I realise that we have lingered too much on some other stuff. So, I have heard surprisingly little about this. I didn't manage to get a copy when I was picking up a bulk of Wii games, because it's retained its value pretty well. I didn't manage to find any cheap enough copies for me to justify. They predict that it needs to perform well, specifically as an online game. Because, yeah, the Wii needs some online games. At this point, it didn't have any. Yeah, no, the Wii was never known for its online. Yeah, it's Stadium 3 with DS connectivity. Yeah, like, that's an issue that's brought up a lot, but people do keep clambering for new Stadium games, and why? The novelty of Stadium was the fact that you could see your Pokemon battles in 3D. And that's now the standard, you know? Like, that's in every Pokemon game. You see your battles in 3D. Otherwise, you have, what, the minigame collections in Stadium? It's not really a big deal. You need more than just having 3D Pokemon battles. I think they know that. I don't think Battle Revolution was able to make a big splash. What shouldn't I say out loud? You think they need live commentary? If they were gonna do that, hi Syeth. If they were gonna do that, they should have done it during Sword and Shield. With the whole football-themed gym battles and such.
No.
But then, that game just needed voice acting in general. It clearly wanted voice acting. When you had Chairman Rose speaking at the start of the game, it felt dead. They could afford it. You want a scrungled commentator go, "Whoa, these two Pokemon are staring each other down!" While you're away from the controller to grab a drink. Higher level. Yeah, we were just saying, Pokemon Stadium had the novelty of being in 3D, and by the time they did Battle Revolution, yeah, 3D wasn't really impressive enough to hold a game up anymore. Yeah, not much to say about that one. Not much to say about that one. Good gosh. But yeah, no, Pokemon does need voice acting in general. You're so disappointed after you played Colosseum and XD. I haven't played them myself, and those feel very divisive whenever I hear about them. I feel like half the people say they were amazing, and the other half say they were garbage. And now I'm a Pokemon. Amazing. Don't try to catch me. Right, more previews. They did a preview of Brawl. Okay. Even if we decided to rubbish Smash Bros. And call it an abomination, the rabid admirers would just ignore us anyway. Of course, this is far from what we think, and we think the hardcore gamers might think this is the most important game of 2007. It doesn't even need to take advantage of the Wii Remote, as long as it packs the frantic action and range of characters the series has become known for, then its followers will arise and cheer its release. But how will it control? And how will Wii Connect 24 perform? Bad. It was bad. Yeah, the online was bad. But yeah, now of course, this is back when they were wondering, could Sonic potentially be in Smash Bros? Because Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? So many people got very happy. And yet, Mario Strikers Charged, this is the game we've seen the most of, because they kept bringing it up in the last issue we read. Yeah. It was the first Wii game to have online play, people were excited about it, and it turned out very, very good. Story mode was amazing. Subspace Emissary was very novel. I loved the cutscenes. I do wish they'd gone on with that kind of thing in the future, but alas. Sonic and Smash has the speed, but it's very hard to control. It is pretty hard to control. You really need to get good. Right. Has Nintendo finally managed to put the reality back into virtual reality? No, they didn't. You waggled your controller in a bunch of games that really shouldn't have required you to waggle a controller. Yeah, no, in retrospect, Brawl was a bit of a flop. I felt the series sort of just got better after Brawl. Not to say Brawl was bad, but tripping, trip up for the Smash series, yeah, the tripping was bad. Yeah, I don't mean flop as in it performed badly. But in retrospect, it was weaker than the other entries in the series. It had a great character lineup, but the tripping kind of sucked. The online play was bad. I guess that hasn't really changed. It got better, for sure. It's still not great. And yeah, Subspace Emissary was a very fun direction for the campaign mode to go in. It does set itself apart for that. Like, it's still playable. Like, it's still worth going back to play Brawl for Subspace, for seeing the cutscenes. But I felt in terms of raw gameplay, it was only improved upon with the following games. A Mario Lithium app. These things happen a little, don't worry about it. They should have Riolu. If Pikachu can have Pichu, then Lucario can have its Prevolution. I wouldn't complain. I am someone who likes playing Pichu myself.
Raw is the only way I know to play.
Thank you, Miko. Yeah, this is a whole shebang about how they think that the Wii Remote might be the future. This was talking about what appears to be people trying to be revolutionary but not quite managing. It looks like a TV remote, but the technology within the Wii Remote means you'll often be far more active than any Corrie-watching couch potato. Corrie being slang for Coronation Street, the long-running British soap opera. I mean, yeah, you're more active because, sorry, I'm readjusting and shaking my desk. You're more active than somebody watching TV because they're not grabbing their remote control and wiggling it around. But you're not necessarily active. Most Wii games just needed you to go still and go. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. If you're playing Mario Party, you might manage this. But you can do that action in other ways and achieve more fun results. Oh, good gosh. Oh, jeez. The premiere issue of Sci-Fi Now, showing that the doctor has a new assistant. Oh my god, it's Martha. Oh, you take care, Vic. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, the 10th Doctor was new. So, yeah, wasn't that Tennant's second series? He had his first series with Rose, then his second with Martha, and this is all very excited about the new series with Martha in it. I like Doctor Who. This is so old that David Tennant regenerated, and then there were several more regenerations. Then he came back for a few episodes. Good God. As well as appearing in, like, the 50th anniversary special. Good. People never got over Tennant. People never got over Tennant. Not my favourite Doctor. Great Doctor, not my favourite. Right. Wow, they gave a proper review to Rival Swords. Who's my fave? Peter Capaldi. I think he had shit writing, but is an absolutely amazing actor, and when he was allowed to act, absolutely incredible Doctor. 100% my favourite. And I was also just happier to see an older Doctor. Yeah, just
Not
great,
to make anyone
great.
feel old. But the PS2 is now older than the Atari 2600 was when the PS2 came out.
No, I'm looking through a magazine that's 17 years old. I feel old enough anyway. Yeah. Hot take. Heaven Sent is the best Doctor Who episode. Oh no, I should probably see what they thought about Rival Swords. They gave it a 7.4, saying leaping impossible jumps is great fun. Wii remote control is fairly decent, but it's not worth getting if you've already played Two Thrones. If you didn't get around to playing the third in the trilogy, then you must buy this, you won't be disappointed. Yeah, the Ninth Doctor was constantly pissed off. But the thing about the Doctor being constantly pissed off is that it has less impact when he's pissed off. Not to turn this into the one where Azzy just talks about Doctor Who, but I very much like it when the Doctor is, doing his whole trying to be kind thing. But then he snaps, That's what I really like. I like when he goes, okay, enough is enough. Oh yeah, Sixth Doctor was a dick. But endearing in his own way. Doctors should be unique. That's kind of the whole, draw of regeneration as a concept. Yeah, TMNT 5.8. It was shovelware, just licensed garbage. Pulling off a string of ninja moves is fun, but the camera frustratingly messes things up, and it's all way too easy. Even the young'uns will get bored with the simplicity. Just this once everyone lives this unforgettable moment. So good. So good. Yeah, Scribble, I definitely think we're on the same side there. Eccleston has his...
There's this emperor, and he asks this shepherd's boy, how many seconds in eternity?
Okay.
And the shepherd's boy says, there's this mountain of pure diamond. It takes an hour to climb it, and an hour to go around it.
Oh,
Every 100
yeah.
years, a little bird comes and sharpens
Yeah,
its beak on the
we're
Diamond
doing
Mountain.
Heaven Sent.
And when the entire mountain is chiseled away, the first second of eternity will have passed. You must think that's a hell of a long time. Personally, I think that's a hell of a bird.
Some of the very little actual voice in that episode. Almost that entire episode is just Peter Capaldi in silence. It's fucking amazing. And that was a hell of a bird too. But yeah, no, Eccleston had his angry moments kind of understated because he's so angry all the time. But then yes, his kind moments really stand out. Whereas the more happy-go-lucky doctors, their angry moments really stand out. Oh, yeah, no, Capaldi's perfect. Love that man. Wait. Heatseeker 8.9? I was about to say, isn't this just shovelware trash? Apparently not. Brilliantly responsive motion controls, well-paced missions with loads of variety, a few fiddly button presses here and there. It's the Wii's first sleeper hit. Don't let this one pass you by. It's a blast. What? Huh. I don't know anything about Heatseeker. Oh my god, this has turned into Doctor Who chat. I'm kinda loving it. I do like me some Doctor Who. Don't say anything about the newest episodes. You need a TV license to watch the episodes, and I don't have one. I've got to wait till I can go to a friend's house who does have a TV license. Looking forward to it, though. I think the new Doctor is very cool. No license! No license. Very expensive.
No.
Not paying that shit to watch one show. Don't let them know. Well, I don't have to pay one because I don't watch the content. The ones that are on Disney Plus. Are they? Oh yeah, they did make an agreement with that. Well, I don't have Disney Plus either. I don't want to pay subscription fees. So yeah, Buster Move Bash. Oh. Ah, okay, no, this does line up. So, they reviewed this in the last magazine we looked at. It's very compelling, even after all this time. The new controls make for one of the best iterations in the series, but it's done absolutely nothing for the gameplay. Nah, Cat Chow, I have some friends, like two specific friends I watch Doctor Who with, so we'll be waiting till we can all get together and watch it. Think it'll be good, though. Think it'll be good. Chutigata has, like, the most fucking style of any Doctor in a long time. Very snazzily dressed. Very, like, differing hairstyles in all the promo photos I've seen as well. Very cool. Very cool. Right. What have we got here? We've got some challenges, basically challenging people to beat the magazine staff scores in Excite Truck and SMBBB. Oh, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz and WarioWare Smooth Moves. They're decent. They're better than the previous two seasons. Hope you get to watch them soon. I mean, yeah, if we're comparing to the Chibnall seasons, it can only go up from there. Jodie Whittaker was done absolutely tremendously dirty. She's an amazing actor who was stuck with the worst fucking writing the show's ever seen. Oh, so here they're just advertising the stuff they put on the magazine's website. Stretch and hydrate, thank you. Ugh. Yeah, no, there's Jodie Whittaker had some amazing moments, but that's all she got. Moments. And, like, every time I thought an episode really, really had merit, it was a guest writer. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, I thought Rosa was a great episode. Because, like, I legitimately felt scared for the companions' lives, which I didn't in, like, the rest of the entire goddamn run of Jodie. But then it had the fucking ham-fisted Nazi... Like, yeah, the ham-fisted space Nazi. As a villain. Which I did not need to be in the episode at all. The rest of the Rosa episode was great. Jodie Okapali that had the... that was Jodie. That was Jodie. The fucking... Was that the Amazon bit? Hello, Ken. You're watching us reading a magazine and talking about Doctor Who. How did that happen? So we're talking about peripherals and accessories. So we have a travel case being advertised. The Wii System Stacker. So that you could... It's just meant to be a space to put your Wii and your games and your Wii remote. But still be able to do stuff like put your DVD player on top. Good gosh. Good gosh. Literal Space Hitler's pretty on par for a Doctor Who episode. But that was so ham-fisted. Like, the premise of that episode was literally Space Nazi travels back in time to try to stop Rosa Parks from becoming representative of, you know, like, the whole movement for equal rights and the abolition of slavery, etc., etc., etc. His whole point was, I don't like black people. And, like, that was just shitty. It was so boring of a premise. The rest of the episode stood without the actual space Nazi. Good God. We have a HD link cable. Yeah, no, the Wii didn't have
Can someone
proper
please tell me
high-definition
what LGBTQN stands for? Nobody is giving me a straight answer.
Oh, we've got puns. Amazing. A memory card to put into your GameCube or Wii. We definitely need a speed up, because I'm actually losing natural light in the room. Okay, asking questions. We have more fan stuff. How do you guys convert your GameCube controller so Virtual Console games recognize it? I downloaded Donkey Kong Country from the Virtual Console. It says I need a classic controller, and it's not working for NES games either. And they're saying the pad itself might be broken, or it might be a third-party pad that isn't recognized. Try using an original GameCube pad and make sure it's plugged in.
Oh.
Ken, it was a joke. It was a joke. They weren't asking for an actual answer. Is this an extension of the joke? Can we get a throw something at Nico routine? Oh my god. I've heard worse ideas, honestly. Sec. I gotta take my headset off for a moment, and I've gotta turn a light on. Sorry, we have way too much cloud cover, and they are dark clouds. I couldn't see properly. Okay, sadly we've now got my shadow involved. Now I'm the fake hedgehog. I've tried moving my Virtual Console games to an SD card, but it'll only let me either copy or erase them. Without reading further, I feel like SD cards were mostly for photos and such. Okay, so yeah, apparently all you can do is put your... All you can put on SD card is a snapshot of your virtual console channel. You can't actually play the games from the SD card. Oh well. Virtual console, didn't you need specifically a classic controller? I feel like that was the case for the most part. I do remember playing Ocarina of Time with my GameCube controller. Appa. Appa. So this person asks if a Japanese game will play on an American Wii, and they say no. Oh, holy... This is how you can tell this is an independent Nintendo magazine. They're saying, yeah, no, it's region locked, you can't do it. However, if you install the Wii key, you can crack your US Wii open, allowing you to play Japanese games. Outright advertising.
My dad always used to say, when one door
installing
closes,
a mod
another
chip
one
onto
opens.
your Wii.
Great dad. Terrible handyman.
Did I add an effect on the transformation routine? Yeah, a few streams ago. I now have a little white transformation flash for the transition, which I think is a nice quality of life thing. Great dad, terrible handyman. Good God. Oh. A lot just happened at once. Hi, Syeth, I need to sippy. You wish region-free games were industry standard? I mean...
Nom.
Appa. The Nintendo Switch is certainly region-free. I can't speak for the other big consoles at the moment. But, the Switch does not have region locking. Wasn't the Wii the first system that added region lock? I think so. Because I know that I have US DS games that I play just fine on my PAL DS, so the DS wasn't region locked. Sec, why was I pinged for a thing? Okay. So, somebody asking an Ocarina of Time question. I have the broken Goron sword, and I know I have to show it to the big Goron, but when I show it to him, it just says the item doesn't work here. Is there another big Goron other than the one that sells you giant's knives? And, yeah, they just give Ocarina of Time spoilers to figure that out for him. DS and DS Lite were unlocked. If regions weren't a thing, it would be harder to rip people off, and some of them true. All Nintendo handhelds before the 3DS were region-free, and now Switch is as well. You have to buy a Japanese PS2 to play a Japanese game. Yeah, no. Older consoles really didn't have it good. But it's... I don't know, you assume he was showing it to Medigoron?
What is the worst insult you can say to a ghost? Get a life.
That is pretty bad. Yeah, thankfully, we're not doing the 50 and 60 hertz difference anymore. Okay. Oh! This type of shit, this is why I like reading these. Because again, hindsight. Ben Roberts from Leeds writes in and says, I've just completed Beyond Good and Evil on the GameCube and was surprised at the cliffhanger ending. I've not seen a Beyond Good and Evil 2. Does it exist? And if not, why not? 17 years later. 17 years later. And we've recently had reports from Ubisoft that they are still developing Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's not in development hell. I'm not looking forward to Beyond Good and Evil 2. I am not looking forward to it at all. Whatever they push out will not be Beyond Good and Evil. And, like, I was almost ready to break my absolutely no Ubisoft purchases rule to buy the new remaster, but it uses the fucking Ubisoft app, even on Steam, as you'd probably expect, so I'm just not bothering. I'm just not bothering. They remove that shit? Fine, you know? I love Beyond Good and Evil. I'll buy the remaster. If I have to run another piece of DRM on top of my DRM, I'm not bothering. And yeah, they're basically saying... Oh, there have been rumours that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is being developed. But there's no official confirmation. Yeah, no, not for a very, very long time, and even then... no. You downloaded Kid Icarus on Virtual Console and loved it. You know that he's going to be in the new Smash Bros. Game for the Wii. Do you think Nintendo will make a sequel to this classic? To which they say, there's no word about a Kid Icarus sequel, but you can't rule the possibility out altogether. Maybe a Kid Icarus sequel is in the pipeline. And yeah, no, Sakurai brought it back with Kid Icarus Uprising, but that wasn't for a few more years on the 3DS. Yeah, it's all the love Pit's got. All the love that the series has got, except for Smash Bros. Appearances. But it made quite a splash. You're also on a no Ubisoft games after one of the executives said something about how gamers will have to get used to not owning their games. Yeah, I recall seeing that recently. The last Ubisoft game I believe I bought was the first Mario and Rabbids game, which I got for heavy discount. Otherwise, I think the one before that was like Far Cry 3. Right. A friend of mine brought back WarioWare Twisted from America with him. It's a really good game. How come it wasn't released in Britain? Oh. So yeah, at this point, WarioWare Twisted for the Game Boy Advance hadn't released in the UK. I'm pretty sure it did eventually. Wait, but it released in 2005 for the rest of the world. And this was 2007.
A man who was in court for stealing
Did
a
they
bag
not
took just
release
3 minutes to
WarioWare
get
Twisted
sentenced.
here?
It was a briefcase.
A briefcase. Oh my god. I did not know that. But yeah, no, they were saying that you can easily just pick up an American cartridge. It never got a European release, huh? You played Black Flag, but otherwise nothing since Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah. No, the puns hurt. Okay. My dad and I are both big Nintendo fans, and he recently showed me the Mario Bros. Film on videotape. I was a bit disappointed. Why is it so different from the game? Oh, I will hydrate while I mull that over. Let's summarize. Yeah, they're basically saying we have no idea what they were trying to do, but it did not perform well in cinema, so if they were trying to broaden the audience potential, they failed.
I have a friend who's a tattoo artist. She's nice, but sometimes gets under my skin.
Look, we have 15 minutes left of the stream unless I go overtime. Please don't kill me with puns in the last 15 minutes. I will die, that's a threat. Okay. Ooh, forum posts. Oh, people's takes on whether or not games should have narratives. They're pointless in games like Mario, but games like Final Fantasy must have a story. Are any of these divisive? Oh, this person says, I find myself skipping half the cutscenes in the Metal Gear Solid series. I love watching Kojima's twisted characters come to life, but when they start showing real-life footage of 60s politics, ugh. This is the kind of person that sees Metal Gear Solid and goes, why are they making it so political? It's like, that Metal Gear Solid is just a political game. How are you if you're trying to separate them, you're missing the point of Metal Gear Solid. Good God. Also, politics influences all games, whether it's explicit or not, so yada yada yada. Anyway, that's been said to death. You have 100 hours in Balatro. You can't say the answer is a hard yes. Now, yeah, it depends on what the game's trying to do. Like, a rhythm game could totally have an amazing narrative. Maybe it doesn't need one. It could have one. Likewise, there are plenty of RPGs with shit narratives. Skippable cutscenes should be mandatory. What if you die after a long cutscene? Watch the whole thing again. Yeah. Yeah. I do think that games at least need skippable cutscenes after the first time. Like, I get annoyed when I'm playing Mega Man, and I have to sit through a couple of text boxes before I do a fight again. Like, let me skip that shit. Original Kingdom Hearts 1 didn't have skippable cutscenes? Jeez.
Nom.
Now, you see... Hi, Joey.
Nom.
I am fine with cutscenes being skippable the first time around. I think we've reached a happy middle ground for games that require you to hold a button to skip. So you don't accidentally skip a cutscene by fidgeting with your controller, but if you really don't care about the story, you can just play through it. Like, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with skipping cutscenes, because that's just someone enjoying games in the way they prefer. I'm never going to shit talk someone for just trying to get the enjoyment they want in their own way. I think holding a button is a good compromise. Yeah. I don't think there's too much of this thread that's divisive enough to be funny. Oh, that is
Some call it multitasking.
Oh.
I call it doing something else until I remember what I was going to do in the first place.
I like it. You just like to know in beforehand if pausing the game skips the cutscene or not. Yeah, I like a tiny overlay in the corners that just says this button to pause, hold this to skip. Like have it pop up like just for a second when you press any button, or just at the start of the scene just so you can be reminded, and then leave the rest to the player. I don't know. So this person is saying that Mario might be dead and buried because there's so many sports titles, and Mario Sunshine was controversial, and some people are saying that Super Paper Mario is shaping out to not be very good. Is Mario dead? No. It's like still one of the most recognizable characters in media. Also, I've heard Super Paper Mario was, like, fine. And a lot of the sports titles releasing around this time, like Mario Strikers and, oh god, my brain's gone blank. Either way, like, the GameCube era sports titles were some of the best ones. Yeah, no, Mario was fine. Nice quality of life upgrade to Skies of Arcadia when they ported it. They added the ability to hold start to skip the special move cutscenes. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. People saying SSX Blur is very good. Although one person has spent 15 hours on it and thinks they might exchange it. And one person wants Sega Saturn on the Virtual Console, which I do not believe ever happened. He's holding the golf club to show you his new golf club. He just thinks it's cool. Right. Get a move on. Oh! So this is just an article about how they think the Miis are very cool. Here's LEDs slash Elabits. Why are you talking about that? Oh, they're talking about how you could use WiiConnect 24 to share levels in it. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I never played LEDs slash Elabits. Such a stupid name difference. And they did interviews with Radical Entertainment because they were releasing Scarface for the Wii, which was so different from the other games releasing. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it. And yeah, just generally talking about the Wii and what it can do, what they want to do with it. And then we're advertising the next issue, where they get to take a look at Resi 4 and Umbrella Chronicles. And they have two other magazines as well, Retro Revolution and Pocket Revolution. So that's why we had a focus on the Wii here, because their handheld stuff is more reserved for their other magazine. Good gosh, good gosh. Well, I do not have the next issue. I do have another Nintendo. I have two more of these. I have... Provided this is issue 9, I have 11 and 14. So I have skipped ahead a bit. And let's see. Get advertisement for their Retro Gamer magazine. And oh! Okay. So we have an advertisement for Tokyo Toys. A gaming and manga toy specialist. That is so small. Just all sorts of Japanese merch. I'm seeing a Naruto headband and like a Naruto necklace. Yeah, bunch of gaming merch back when it was a little bit harder to get that stuff. And I have opinions. I read the Aragon books when I was younger. They took too long to release, so like I haven't read all of them even to this day when they're all done. But I really loved Aragon, and the movie got so many things wrong. Like, as a kid, I was just happy that the book I liked got a movie. But like, the second you look at it critically, God, they fucked up so much shit. The one example, I mean, Jeremy Irons was great in it. Jeremy Irons nailed his part as Brom. But like, the big thing I like to point at is you had multiple chapters going on about how Aragon has this egg and it eventually hatches into a dragon that he does not name. Like, for a little while, there's a whole thing about how he comes up with the name Saphira, and there's like chapters upon chapters of Saphira growing up and like becoming a proper full-size dragon. In the movie, the egg hatches, and as soon as the dragon learns to fly, it suddenly just boom, it's bigger, and she introduces herself as Saphira, which not only undercuts the whole development, like, the fact that she was given the name Saphira is a major plot point in the books. Like, it matters. She doesn't introduce herself. It was stupid. Anyway, My Memory is a site that still exists, I believe. Oh. Good God. Good God. I'm riled up again. That movie made some really shitty decisions. I'm moving ahead. We're almost done. Soft UK looks like a game and... Not just games. Just a game store online. Back to Doctor Who talk. So the issue with Chibnall... Oh, yeah, an advertisement for the Telegames line of games. So we have poker stuff, soccer kid, brain games, all your shovelware. Big ad for your shovelware. Oh wow, they're supporting. They've been supporting game systems such as the Atari 2600 and the Atari 7800 and the Atari 400 and 800 and the Neo Geo and the Intellivision. They've made a lot of shovelware. Barrel. That is all. And oh ho ho. Does anyone else remember texting codes to certain numbers to get games on their phone? Games and ringtones and wallpapers, and it would charge out of your pay-as-you-go account. Oh.
No.
I am having many flashbacks. Jesus Christ. Did I have any of these? I don't think I did. I think my time getting games on my my Motorola Razr V3i, that was the one. That was before the Wii, I'm pretty sure. That was before the Wii. I didn't have any of these games. Jeez. Yeah, no, apparently there was a lot of games that were on mobile, and no doubt, absolutely awful. Some of these can be emulated and have been archived. I'm glad, because that's history. That is history right there. Good God. Text your item code to 88011. Oh. Oh, so this is actually a subscription service. It is £4.50 per week, and these are the games you can get by texting in the item code. Whew. That is... Whew. But I guess it has to be done, otherwise how else are you going to play Miami Vice on your mobile phone? Some sacrifices we just have to make. And we finish off with an ad for Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 for the Wii. 6 characters, exclusive to the Wii version. Rated 12 and up for violence and foul language. So that's an issue of N Revolution from April 2007. That was a ride. I liked that there were a good couple of sections for forum stuff and mail stuff. Those are always my favourites. Where is Beyond Good and Evil 2? Where is it? Good gosh. Good gosh. I'm going to try to pick something up before we do another episode of AzzyCam. I want to take a break from the Nintendo magazines. Not sure what it'll be yet, but I want this to just be a series I do very occasionally. I don't want to go too hard on it. And yeah, like the section where they just recommend a mod chip for your Nintendo Wii. That's wild. I wonder how they would have felt about, like, the modern day when people have figured out how much you could shave down a Nintendo Wii motherboard and still have it functioning. That shit's wild if you haven't seen that stuff. You can cut apart a Wii real bad and get some very small Nintendo Wiis. Good gosh. Good gosh. Right, I'm gonna put this gingerly off to the side. And I think we're going to call it there and find someone to raid. Please do stick around. I do know that whoever I choose is gonna deserve your company. Because I know very cool people. Right, let's thank the people that need thanking and get into that. Let me move my keyboard back into place so I can actually operate. I'm taking a break tomorrow because it is the UK's general election. And after work, I gotta go vote. Yeah, Peanut Butter Gamer did do stuff on the My Sims series. Didn't like them. Thank you to my new follower. Thank you to Rebecca for the 8-month resub. Thank you to Danny Mox and Hornet for the bits. Thank you to Breen and Norm for the raids. I'm not staying silent. I'm defying the law because I need to wrap this up. Right. As for the raid, we have 24 people streaming. Oh, that's a lot of options. I have never raided Dizzy before, who is currently playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid into a Vor artist playing a Digimon game. This is optimal for me. This is optimal for me. I'm happy with this. The Digi brain rot? Yeah, well, that's me. That's how I operate. So, let's make that happen. Do show them some love. Take care, everybody. Plenty of ababababas in chat, of course. And I do, of course, need to drop the link just in case the raid doesn't work for anyone. Umi, sorry you are late, but it's good to see you. We are raiding into Dizzy Milky. And I think I've spelt that right. There we go. Take care, everyone. See you later.